Good afternoon, this is Chris from ampmruns, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review of my Let Me Get It Out of the Way, my arch enemy, the Nike Pegasus Plus. Now, there should be a new Pegasus Plus probably coming out sometime this year, as the Pegasus 42 has just been announced. I hope so, because I'm going to go into, this was my first running shoe that I purchased when I first decided, hey, I'm going to really get into running. I did some light research. I really love running shoes now, so the knowledge I knew then is not the knowledge I know now. I felt comfortable with the Nike brand. I felt like they've been around. They should know how to make daily trainer shoes. And I went in a little less informed than I should have, I think, assuming that this was a nicer, more like I want to do speed, like I wanted to get faster with comfortable, good shoes. And this was my foray into finding that. And I don't like this shoe. I'm gonna get it out of the way. I'm not gonna be very nice to this shoe, and there's a lot of reasons for it. First and foremost, this shoe is heavy. I haven't noticed this. I didn't super notice it at the start, but now that I have the New Balance Rebel V5s, I have the Evo SL, any common daily trainer shoe that is available from pretty much any brand right now will be 2 to 3 ounces lighter than this shoe. So I have this in a US men's 10. It is 9.2 ounces, which in itself isn't too terrible. But when you can get the Nike Vomero Plus, which has literally 15 more millimeters of foam in the heel here for comfort, and it's 10 ounces, just barely over. For an ounce extra, you get 10 more millimeters of foam. That's a better foam. And let me start with that. I'm going to get all over the place on this review because there's not much positive I have to say about this shoe. Beyond, if you want a really basic, easy daily trainer that gives you a ton of road feel, I think that's quite a negative for what this is supposed to be. This gives you so much road feel. So let's talk about this foam. So it's going to be 35 millimeters in the heel, which is quite low and nice. So you'd think maybe they're saving on weight and stuff. Clearly that did not get passed off. And then it drops all the way down 10 millimeters to 24 in the forefoot. So if you're forefoot striking, you're going straight through this foam and you are pounding the floor. And you will feel every single step, for better or worse. If you like ground feel, this will give you ground feel. But the problem with that is this shoe is $190 MSRP. I want to say I got it on sale for like $150, and I'm still upset with that purchase today. It's been 2 years and I'm still not happy with spending my money on this shoe. The foam on the bottom here, all foams are not created equal, even if it says it is the exact same name. So on the bottom here, it's saying that this is ZoomX midfoot foam. It is Nike's training version of the ZoomX foam that you would find in the Alphafly, the Vaporfly. Again, now in the future, we have had the Nike Vomero Plus, which is also equipped with ZoomX. It is a different breed and combination of materials inside, and it is the exact opposite of how this ZoomX feels. This ZoomX it's thin, it's not light, and it's marshmallowy. It absolutely eats your foot when you step in it, but like a marshmallow, it pulls apart as you step through it. Your foot goes straight through the foam into the floor. It gives you that ground feel, but you get no bounce back. You get no pop. You get no energy return from it. I feel like I get more and more tired as I go on this run. My feet will like ache, or it just feels off because it's giving me nothing. The shoe does not give energy return. It doesn't give me bounce back. It doesn't give me anything except I'm running, and I'm constantly thinking of the fact that I'm running and my feet are slamming into the ground over and over and over. Underneath here, we are going to find a very thick kind of outsole here. You can see on the bottom, this is Pegasus Turbo, which is the old Pegasus Plus model. Similar vein. I don't know if those were better or more friendly, but again, you might disagree with me on these shoes, and that's totally fine. Everyone can have their own opinion on shoes. This is just how I feel when there's so many better trainers, and for a shoe that's almost at $200, I expect so much more from a brand like Nike that should be far and away beating everybody else at the game. It's their game to win. So underneath we have a kind of waffle style outsole, not as dramatically waffly as the Vomero Plus would be, but it just has some basic rubber strips and stuff. The wear has been pretty good, I will say. I've got about 45 miles in these shoes because I quickly moved on to other shoes. Um, you've seen in the recap, I've reached for these a couple times, just thinking I might have misjudged them when I was newer to running, but I still just do not enjoy this shoe. If you have the shoe and you like it, I'm very happy for you. I wish I could get so much joy out of a shoe that costs this much money. Um, Going back to the upper, this is kind of where things get better. It's not a fail of a shoe to me. The actual upper design is pretty good. You can see the padding here is quite generous. The lockdown's good. The tongue goes up pretty far so it doesn't slide down. It's not gusseted, but it's strung through with the laces here, so it kind of holds it in place. No lace bite, anything like that. The laces up top are fine. The upper itself is a little heavy and thick. It's a Flyknit material, but it is kind of thick. I'll try and get close up so you can see. It is multiple layers of fabric up here, and it gets a little warm running in the hotter months. I live in Florida, so it's quite warm here quite often, and it's definitely not as breathable as I would like from a shoe that's almost $200 and claiming to be race foam or the similar race tuned material on the bottom here. So circling back around from this upper, I don't have much to complain about it beyond just the fact that it's not necessarily helping shed any of the weight that comes with this shoe at the 9.2 ounces. And it's kind of the problem with the shoe as a whole. It's not performing at the caliber that this shoe should be. If this shoe was 120, 140, maybe 140 would probably be pushing it. You're in competition with the New Balance B5 and the Evo SL, which are barely over 7 ounces with much better foams underneath and more breathable uppers. But this shoe is $190. After shipping and tax, you are paying $200+ for a shoe that constantly reminds you you are slamming the floor and it's giving you nothing in benefit for it. There's some thin racers out there that have thinner foams. The Mizuno Hyperwarp Pure that I have is a lower stack. It's 32 in the heel. It's a PIBA foam, but you get road feel, but it bounces back through that. And I think that's what they were going for, but whatever mixture and compound that's in this ZoomX, it just squishes and doesn't come back. It's like a memory foam pillow that you sink into and just kind of push the foam to the side as you just beat on straight through it. I don't have too many more things to say about this shoe. Again, the upper and stuff, it's not overtly terrible. It's just heavy, baggy, and warm for no reason. The fit for these was pretty true to size. Again, this was my first running shoe that I really invested in, and it fit perfectly from the upper section. It made me not like going out and running because I would reach for it and I'd be like, man, my feet hurt, immediately. It's not like disappearing like you want a shoe to. You want to forget that you're wearing something. You just want to get in the motion and keep going through it. And no matter what, this shoe never did that for me. So I'm going to give this shoe a 4 out of 10. I would rate it a lot lower. Oh god, I kind of want to give it a 3, but I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 because I think some people might get enjoyment out of this for if you could pick it up on an intense sale, like sub $100, it might be more worth it. But I think if you are looking at the Pegasus line and you're looking at this like, oh, this is the next step up, this has a nicer foam. It says as the ZoomX. I've heard good things about like Nike's race product that has ZoomX foam, stuff like that. Just know this is not the same foam. It is not the same caliber. It will not give you the same bounce back. It won't give you the energy return. It might give you more durability and stuff like that in the long run. But if you're paying $200 for shoes, there are much better options out there. And I won't come back to these. I haven't come back to these, and I just kind of want to throw my hat in the ring on my opinion on these shoes. I'm hopeful for the new version that should be releasing later this year. Unfortunately, the Pegasus 42s that just came out, it sounds like they're even heavier than the 41s. So hopefully they throw some of that Vomero Plus ZoomX in the midsole here and can lower up that weight. I'll be really curious. The Vomero Plus is one of my favorite shoes I've ever put on my feet. So it's just kind of disappointing to see I mean, this is an older shoe. It's about a year older than the Vomero Plus, so I guess they're making improvements in that regard. But just if you're looking for, oh, this is the faster daily trainer version maybe of the Vomero Plus, it's very different. This feels like an older Nike style shoe. This doesn't feel as up to par. The Vomero Plus is definitely like leading the pack in the max cushion game. And if this is what you're reaching for the up-tempo trainer, I would reach for something else. 4 out of 10. Won't be reaching for these again unless I decide I want to hurt my feet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully more positive, better opinions on things. I don't like those shoes. I talk about it in my recap and stuff like that all the time, so I just want to throw out a long form video of why I don't like these shoes. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.